Now it's a buzzword. Even in advertising they use the word karma. So everyone knows the word karma. And the definition of karma in Bhagavad Gita is action. That's why in the third chapter Krishna describes karma yoga. Action. How to use, because we're active living entities. We're not inactive. We're not meant to sit inert. But we are active oriented. And Krishna knows this. In Bhagavad Gita, he is dealing with Arjuna's dilemma. For those of you who have not read Bhagavad Gita before, the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita is the setting. In this setting, we get to understand the place, the time, and the various personalities involved, and the intricacies of the storyline. This is setting. This is in literature, that's how they classify setting. So time and place and personalities involved. So the first chapter deals with this, setting up the whole scenario by which Bhagavad Gita is spoken. And basically, there's two families, the Kauravas, and the Pandavas. And they're cousins, or cousin brothers. And a priori means from the earlier, a posteriori means from the latter. Later. Thank you. We shouldn't let a word slip by where we don't understand what it means. Right. So, in this way, the setting is a battlefield. And here we have two families lining up against each other. And the whole story behind that is very, very long and detailed. But basically what it is the Pandavas were rightful heirs to a throne. To the throne of Greater India. And because their father died prematurely, and the boys were too young, the father had a brother whose name was Dhritarashtra, and the brother was blind. So Pandu, the brother who died prematurely and had these 5 sons, therefore they were called the Pandavas, the boys could not take the throne, they were too young. So the father of the Pandavas, Arjuna, and his 4 brothers, the throne was given temporarily, kind of interim management, so to speak, to Dhritarashtra until the boys were properly schooled and educated and trained as Kshatriyas or warriors so that they could take on the throne. That was their legitimate right. But what happened was Dhritarashtra was a father. He had 100 sons, and it was very difficult for him to actually turn the throne over to the Pandavas. So there was all kinds of intrigues, not so much by Dhritarashtra. He was guilty by being passive, but by his sons. His sons were guilty, and they plotted to get the throne from the Pandavas, and they did a lot of different nefarious type activities in order to get the throne. So in this way, after so much went down, even Krishna himself, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, tried to mediate a settlement. And when he went to Duryodhana, who was the head brother who was trying to usurp the throne, when he went to Duryodhana, Krishna said, they're Kshatriyas. They're kings. They need a kingdom. What is the use of king without kingdom? It's a meaningless term. So just give them one area, one small area, one village, and let them be happy and rule over that area. So when all was said and done, Duryodhana, when he was petitioned in this way, he said, I will not give them enough land that you could put through the head of the eye of a needle. In other words, no way. So when it was resolved or understood,